Victoria McFarlane, and this is Flicks Worth Clicks. My flick worth a click for this week is Macho. Now, Macho is a story about a couple that meets in California and falls in love, but there's just one problem. The female in the love story happens to be from Canada, and the male in the main story happens to be stationed in LA. So, after they fall in love, they have to deal with a long-distance relationship. And I think this movie is very true. If anyone has ever been in love, you can really connect with this movie. People who haven't been in love probably aren't going to connect with this movie and really understand it and why it's kind of poignant and touching and sad, and you can really recognize with it if you've ever been in love. I personally went through a long-distance relationship, and it's pretty much exactly like this. Once you guys are apart from each other, things start to kind of fall apart, unless you're really lucky, because there are some success stories. Now, the movie has little chapters, or sections, I guess you could call it, where they have like a little title, and then it'll be like a memory, or, you know, something that he remembers from his past, before he broke up with her, or when he is breaking up with her. So, I don't think the movie necessarily goes in chronological order, but it really doesn't have to, because you kind of see how it develops and what goes in what places as you watch the movie. And it's true to what a real relationship is. Like, when you break up, you don't think of everything from A to B. That kind of just comes to you in these little flashes or snippets of, you know, little memories here and there. So I think it's really true to what it's like to actually go through a breakup. And that's one of the parts of the movie that really stood out to me, was how it kind of, you know, you were like, you could relate to it, is what I'm trying to say. You could relate to this movie if you've ever been in love. Like I said, if you haven't ever been in love, then it's probably going to be a little hard to relate to you, because you haven't gone through these situations. But anyone who's had a broken heart or ever loved, you know, even if it's a high school sweetheart, will be able to reminisce with this movie. So that was my flick worth a click for this week. I hope to see you guys all back here next week, and I hope that you guys enjoy your Netflix viewing experience. Oh, and there is something that I wanted to add also. Netflix is starting to take some of their movies off of their website, so make sure to go through your instant playlist, like your queue is what it's called. Go through your queue, and on the right side it'll be in red, and it'll have a date of when they're going to take it off the site. So if there's any movies that are, you know, with the little red date, watch them before that date, or otherwise you're not going to be able to see them because they're taking them off of the site. I know they were taking a lot of them off of the site on like the 31st of January, and I think some of them on the 13th, or the 31st of December, and some of them on the 13th of January. So you still have a little bit more time if they're, you know, in January. But make sure to do that, because there are some movies on the list that are being taken off that I really wanted to see. So don't forget to go through your queues and make sure you watch everything that you want to watch before it disappears and is no longer on instant Netflix. Alright, bye everyone!